This is the third video in a four-part series considering 10 paradigm-shifting New Testament verses. Number 6. Paul wrote many of the epistles, and often verses are taken out of context to prove an antinomian or anti-law bias. Here is something the Apostle Paul said that theologians love to ignore or completely tap dance around. Romans 3:31. Do we then nullify the law or the Torah through faith? May it never be. On the contrary, we establish the Torah. Busted. In one verse, Paul declares, through faith we establish the Torah. We do not nullify it. Most Pauline theology misuses proof texts to demonstrate that he did away with the Torah. Yet, Paul affirms the Torah over and over. If in some passages he overturns the Torah, and in others he affirms the Torah, then we have a schizophrenic apostle on the loose. Maybe, just maybe, we have misunderstood or willfully misused some of his writing to be stiff-necked and rebellious, just like our fathers. Meditate on this. Paul said, by faith we establish the Torah. Paradigm shifter. Number 7. So how did Paul ever get so misunderstood and whacked out? The Apostle Peter tells us and issues a warning. 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 15 through 17. Peter says, bear in mind that our Lord's patience means salvation, just as our dear brother Paul also wrote you with the wisdom that God gave him. He writes the same way in all his letters, speaking in them of these matters. His letters contain some things that are hard to understand, which ignorant and unstable people distort as they do the other scriptures to their own destruction. Therefore, dear friends, since you have been forewarned, be on your guard so that you may not be carried away by the error of the lawless and fall from your secure position. You see, Peter tells us plainly, Paul's letters can be hard to understand. The ignorant and unstable distort him, and the result is lawlessness. We would easily agree that Paul can be hard to understand. But what does this verse mean by ignorant and unstable? The ignorant and the unstable are those who do not have a firm foundation in the Torah. Other translations call them unlearned and untaught. We have already seen that Paul upheld the Torah, and we see here that the error these unlearned teach leads to lawlessness. Paul was steeped in the Torah and was zealous for the Torah. He would not dare or even dream of teaching against the perfect Torah of God. The error of twisting Paul is lawlessness. Does modern theology teach lawfulness or lawlessness? Does your understanding of Paul lead to lawfulness or lawlessness? Peter warns, be on your guard that you not be carried away by the error of the lawless. That, my friends, is a paradigm shifter. Join us in our final video as we consider 3 more verses that will shift your paradigm. Shalom.